Today, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. It's the Mexico City Diablos taking on the Oklahoma City Bisons.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Oklahoma City Bison and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Weeks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Weeks.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
To throw on 2nd down. Weeks.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Delayed give to Collins. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weeks. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Weeks, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Weeks. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Weeks.
Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Collins trying up the middle.
Down to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Weeks. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. To throw on 2nd down. Weeks. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and goal, Collins. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun. Weeks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the 1st half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll go option to the short side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Weeks. He finds his man. Complete. It's Snyder. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Collins running it from the pistol.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. Weeks. He finds his man. Complete. That's Snyder.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run over center with Collins. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weeks. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. To throw on third down. Weeks. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Weeks. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense has come up with it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Second and 9 now. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 3.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Tucker. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Second and 4.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On first down, Weeks. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Weeks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, Weeks. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We get started up in the Meadowlands. Arizona making the trip east to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Weeks.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on third down. Weeks. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Diablos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Weeks. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Weeks. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Weeks. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. They'll reach 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a toss here, short side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches, 16-3 now.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weeks. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Off the play fake. Weeks drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun. Weeks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Weeks. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Weeks. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On 3rd down, Weeks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down, here's the option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, Collins. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on third down, Weeks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing on first down, Weeks. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first and 10, Weeks.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Back to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. It's brought in by Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weeks. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On 4th down, Weeks.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They've gone final now in our nation's capital. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.